Welcome back, everybody. I'm Lars and this is KSP SciTech. So we have 12 days until our Jool transfer window, and we might as well start working on some long-term stuff here. Come on. I started using this instead of the action groups. It seems cleaner. Yeah, this is good. It's close enough. Get this out here. And we are using the new plasma engine, which gives us a ton of delta V. It's much better than the well, this is called the plasma engine and the other is the plasma thruster, I believe. Should be enough to get out of here, and yeah, 50,000 meters a second. It is crazy, as long as you have the power stuff set up right, though. Right, let's just do this. This thing should still be receiving from up top. Yeah. And this thing has like the basic stuff for doing science out there. It has some lights, and of course it also have this, so we could grab and actually bring the asteroid back with us, because we are going for a class A asteroid, and we are going to get it back to Kerbin. We are also going to do some science to it while we're out there. Problem with this asteroid is that it's not going to actually hit Kerbin for 165 days, but when it does, it's actually going to hit Kerbin, not just pass by it closely. So we have to get out there first, catch up to it, and then rendezvous with it in deep space and do some minor adjustments so it will just aerobrake and then get into a proper orbit. So as you can see, this will be the path it'll take when it actually arrives. Though we won't wait for that, of course. That's going to be very dangerous. So we need to go and grab it. And we should probably just burn this away. Ish. I think it's this way. Let's burn this away. 137. 126. I don't know if it's actually when it matched up. 113 and then 110. No, it's still getting better. 105. 99. Oh, I did something. Crap. I think I moved the guy here. Damn it. Alright. Let's see if we can eyeball this. It looks like this is the closest we're going to get. 73, yeah. Oh, that's actually quite a nice angle to do this. 73, but we are going above. So if we do... Oh, this is the wrong way. Do this and try to actually correct here. 53. And that'll be 15. Well, we closer. 59 something. 59 something still, and then we are losing it. Alright, get back. 16 something still. Of course, this is just kind of a boring part of the process, but I wanted you guys to see this, how much work it actually is to get everything set up. This, okay, 15 something. Let's try trimming this. 14. 13. We want to get as close as possible in the first shot. 31 minutes to the thing, and 4. Basically, we are going to rendezvous with this in the same way we are rendezvousing with the space station, which means that it's basically just a big object we are going to try to get into the same orbit as it. Alright, 1.4 and 1.2 and 1.2 still, and then 0.26 something, yeah. 6 something, yeah. And 3, yeah. 1.2, that is good enough for me. And of course, we have a lot of delta V, but that's also kind of because we are running a very lightweight rocket here, which is it's going to be quite a bit harder when we are actually connected to that thing. So 27 days only. That's it's kind of interesting. So let's see. Yeah, I'll actually do the burn and get this over with. And so we finally have it. The launch of our Jool mission. Oh, wow, this thing is it is heavy. It is really, really heavy, and very, very hard to get it into orbit. But we'll have to try, I guess. We'll just have to try this. So we are using all the launch boosters in the world to make this happen. This it might seem excessive, and it is. Yeah, it's pretty horrible, but hopefully we are going to get there. This thing does not produce enough thrust to get us into orbit, even when we are well, even with just a single stack of boosters, like liquid boosters. It costs, I think, 830,000 funds, which of course is crazy, but it has everything, like 2 hitchhiker storage containers, 1 lab. It's all the things. It even has this atmospheric science thing and science package, and everything. So it's a good machine. It is a very good machine, and it's time to stage this. I hope this will actually work. I did some changes, and I didn't double check the staging first. We might have a catastrophic incident here. No, that's fine. Parachutes deployed. Yeah, that's good. We're still increasing here. We're going to go on a very, very high trajectory. What? Destroyed? Oh, the stability. Yeah, launch stability enhancer. Right. It's fine. Oh. And please stop spinning now. Right? Yeah, stop spinning. Why do you want to spin that much? I didn't say that you should spin that much, did I? I think we just got this thing started spinning, and it just kept going. Okay, whatever. It doesn't matter. We aren't going to do a gravity turn anytime soon anyway, so it doesn't really matter that much. Let's see. The stages did get destroyed. 13. Oh man, I just needed a couple more parachutes in that thing, and it would have been fine. Like 1 more parachute on each of them, it would be fine. Oh well, and we are spinning kind of out of control here. I don't like this. I don't know what happened, but it seems to be a bit unbalanced. It might help us get rid of these guys, but I don't want to end up in the 270 orbit here, so we might have to try to force it back towards the 90, even though that might have unintended consequences, let's say. Oh man, I'm going to just take you with me on at least some of this launch, just because I foresee trouble. I foresee a dramatic launch. We might be able to do this, but I don't know. So we are good on the apoaps here. We don't have enough oomph left though to burn straight into orbit with this thing. Come on, why are you this stubborn? You shouldn't be spinning this much. Seriously, I don't know what's going on here. Did we lose an engine? No, we didn't lose anything. But we are on a decent trajectory. The fact that we are spinning is something that we can live with, and I guess it will probably stop whenever we get into like out of the atmosphere. And the fact that we are going high here is actually good. We could try to adjust a tiny bit more, but yeah, we just keep spinning. All right, go away. Thank you. Hopefully now we should be able to correct the spin, right? Tons of fuel left. We have a decent amount of delta V. Hopefully we are able to get into a pretty... Yeah, there it stops. Perfect. Almost out of the atmosphere and it stops. That's good. Oh, and don't start doing that, dude. Don't you start with me now. We're getting very close to the moment of truth here. We have 3.5 minutes-ish to actually get this thing into orbit. So, going to release that and start burning. And this thing, of course, it's not fast at all. This now gives us almost 500 kilonewtons of thrust, with a thrust to weight ratio of currently like 0.3. It's not horrible. It's much better than a nuke engine would have been, or like even 2 or 4 nuke engines, but still. Like, a nuke engine is, I think, 60 kilonewtons, so we would need all of them, basically, to make this happen. But we have 3.5 minutes left here. We can burn for seconds, minutes, hour, 2 hours and 20 minutes we could actually burn for with this engine like this. Oh Lord, this is maybe I should have just packed less fuel, like dumped these 2 guys at least. So much fuel. So we're getting very, very close to the to a proper orbit here. Yeah, the game is can now considering us on a proper suborbital trajectory. I think that's the switch. Even though we are not in proper orbit, we are now like if there were no atmosphere, we would actually be in orbit-ish. We're kind of in orbit, but we are in a decaying orbit, I guess, is the most correct way of saying it. All right, 70,000. That's fine. I could always, adjust this later on. But before well, maybe we should swing over to the other side here. Just so, and we passed our apoaps. I just want to burn this up a tiny bit more, I guess. And let's see, we recovered one of the stages, it seems. Yeah, this is probably the middle stage. Was fine, sweet. But and that was just a stack separator. All right, so we did actually recover the slightly more expensive stage, even though it won't help us that much. Right, so let's just burn this up to 100 just to get into an more stable orbit, I guess. It doesn't matter much, but still, it helps. All right, there we are, and let's get over to the sunny side of Kerbin. We can now see. You can see this is sinking every second. This is not sinking every second because we are recycling all the things. Yeah. So we should probably we have like 3,000 days of food, and I guess we will probably get the same amount out of this. Yeah. You can see the oxygen is slowly decreasing, but we are getting the carbon out of it, so we are getting some stuff back here. 43, yeah, that's good. It's good. 42, let's see. Yeah, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, getting like 8 times as much out of it, I guess. Water we're going to be good for like ever. Okay, so this is good. We could now, nope, out of the way. Just have a look at this thing, and I guess do a quick autosave as well, as we are at a good spot. This thing had like, at launch it had like 200 parts. I guess there's over 150 parts left in this thing, which of course is, it is just insane. Like this, and just like this, and now we can open the cargo bay doors and have a look. Actually, you know what, Roller, why don't you show us around? Yes. Alright, so we have here we have a telescope, like the space telescope, with some hinges so we can get it out of there. We have a couple of containers with some spare parts, like an extra EVA pack, tons of extra food. I think this is the foodstuffs. No, the foodstuffs are over here. This is the normal life support stuff: oxygen, water, and some food. 4 of these seismic probes. I only packed 4 of them. We have a nuclear generator. I don't know if we could actually turn that off now. Yeah, we can do a manual shutdown of that. I think that is probably something we want to do. And I don't know. Could we even turn this back on? Did I do something stupid now? Okay, let's see. You, can we... Oh, come on. DK heating. Deactivate the generator, yeah, and 9.9. I guess we'll just have to let this cool back down or something before we can fire it back up. It wouldn't matter much though. It's not an integral part. It is basically emergency power. I wanted to keep this off because if we end up in a situation where we aren't able to contact, we need to do some sort of adjustment, we can still do it as long as we have this thing generating. It would just take ages and ages, but it would be fine. Yeah, so as you can see, we have all of this stuff here. We have a lander, RCS-based lander, which with some extra instruments. We can I close the doors from here? I think I can actually close the doors from outside. Yeah, that's kind of cool. We have the extra things here. We have some scientific instruments, all the normal stuff. Oh, can I actually get over here now? Observe Mr. Goo, all that stuff. Normal stuff. Some extra scientific packages here. And of course, this is a long-range, long-term thing. We have the science majigs. We have the solar particle majig, I guess. It's called a majig, isn't it? I think it's called a majig. And yeah, so we have basically everything. All the scanners, all everything. We'll scan a bunch of planets. We'll get a bunch of science and just map out the solar system with this thing. And of course, when we get to Jool, we'll have to look at some transfer windows. I'll have to check out the transfer windows anyway, just to make sure that we are able to depart from Jool at an earlier stage than we would be. Well, at a decent time. Basically, we might actually send one more to Duna and then get to Eve with this thing afterwards, or we might start going out to Dress or something. We'll have to see. Actually, one thing that's actually going to save us during this mission is the fact that we have a long-range relay out here and out here, going on very special trajectories. We have the Moho Express going here, but we also have one going like in here, and that would be the near, as I call it, relay. I don't remember if I showed you this stuff. And this would then be the the far one. I'm going to put more of these guys into orbits after a while, but at least the guy over here is going to help us a lot, because that will beam power back down to us down here. So the burn is done, and we have set up a new node out here, which will be a very, very late course correction, just to slow us down a bit until before we actually reach Jool's orbit, or sphere of influence, I guess. So we're going to spend like 1100 meters a second out there. Before we do that, we are going to escape Kerbin's influence, and then we are going to do a bit of science. We are going to do some science here, of course. We're going to do some science. We always try to do some science, you know. So, you know, some science is better than no science. Okay, so let's make sure that this looks good still. Yeah. Yeah, this looks decent enough. Yeah. That's good. That's good. And let's let these guys think about what they've done. Really, just do the crew report. Yeah, we'll send that back. We have the these kind of antennas, one on each side, I believe. And we actually just have one. I added a bunch of junk here just to balance it out, because it was a bit uneven, but it ended up being decent enough, I guess. Right, so collect solar particles, maybe that will work. Yeah, not that good really. We'll keep the data though and collect it here. Yeah, for some reason this is the auto thing, but it doesn't work like an auto thing, so I have to trigger it every time. Right. this, and this. These are useless up here. So are these. And I think we did the goo and all that stuff, didn't we? Serve the mystery goo. Yeah, we did all of that stuff. There are a few more things we could do, perhaps. So we could probably just disable these guys now, since we aren't going to use them for a little while, like a year or so. There's no reason to actually keep them up here. But I want to just do this first, just to kind of get them out of the way. I hope this is still going to work now. Alright, log magnetometer data. Right, so we will get some more here if we process it in the lab. Yes, we'll get 20 more signs. Yeah, that's worth it, isn't it? Let's do the crew manifest. We will need to transfer crew from... we'll just get the guys from the storage container into the lab. Yeah. Should be good. And... come on. Stop that and get rid of that. Oh, didn't it? Yeah, review data and process it in the lab. It's going to take a while. Might as well do some more science, right? We could probably test out the telescope as well. This is a very cool little thing. So our target is Jool, right? So if we now open camera, let's see, this will be so, and then we will just get it back like this, I guess. And I think you can like control from here. Yeah, it's more or less the same. And just get over here. Let's see, show target like this, and large mode. This is almost done. And then start zooming. I think we got the signs from Jool, but I kind of want to make sure. So like this. One of the good things or nice things about having a very craft that's very slow. Okay, nothing to see here. This should be good enough, right? Yeah. Got some signs from Jool. Yeah, just for recovery though. We'll keep it, right? Might as well keep it. Let's do this. And close the camera. Control from here. And then we can just hide this thing back in there. I do really enjoy playing with these things here. Alright, so you are going to stay there. Perfect. Did we get the signs from here yet? Process lab data. I think we got the... well, we could do this. Just collect the data and then review it. We will... this is orbiting the sun looking at... oh, so we actually get a lot more here. So we could process this in the lab as well. This has been processed in the lab, hasn't it? No? Particle analysis, yeah, and this just had to keep. Okay, so there's a bunch of stuff we can do here, but I think I will have a look at that. And yeah, we just have to keep most of it, it seems. But yeah, I'll have a look at that, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.